China economist Gao Song in Beijing. Over the weekend, India had its first full budget under the Narendra Modi government, and while there weren't the big bang reform initiatives some were expecting, there was still plenty to talk about. Samir Hashmi looks at the budget and whether it lived up to the high expectations.
Creating infrastructure has been one of the biggest struggles for Asia's third largest economy. Not building enough of it has been one reason for India's stalling economic growth over the past few years. So perhaps it's no surprise that the finance minister used his budget to confront the problem straight on. A commitment of nearly $12 billion in extra infrastructure spending next year was the big headline figure. There will be a $3 billion National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, and to help raise more money, the government will try to encourage investors by issuing tax-free infrastructure bonds for road, rail, and irrigation projects. But with so many private investors stung by projects that stalled during the slowdown, will companies really be willing to jump headlong into more infrastructure investments?
People have become very patient with their capital. They just don't want to hear statements of intent. They want clarity, they want to see details, and they want to see action on the ground before they open up their purse strings. So we will see that for the next 12 to 18 months, it will be mostly public spending.
But funding is not the only issue. Acquiring land to actually build projects has been the other big obstacle. The government is trying to change rules so that projects like this new Mumbai airport development can begin at last. So how far did the budget go to addressing those long-standing problems?
Ease of doing business, ease of giving clearances, including environmental clearances. He seems to have done everything, and there is nothing I can think of where I can wrong him. But I think it's going to be the implementation which is going to be a challenge.
The Modi government's first full budget delivered in the Indian Parliament a couple of days ago has set out some ambitious plans. But few are more important than getting infrastructure right, a vital component in India's aspirations for economic growth. Samir Hashmi, BBC News, Delhi.
Earlier I spoke with Fred Newman, co-head of Asian Economic Research at HSBC in Hong Kong. He told me India is still grappling with some major problems.
Well, it's going to lend